Happy Monday, beautiful souls. Happy Lionsgate. This is Shamama Hunting Owl. I am here with the second installment for our Twin Flame Runner series with my very special client who has been very generous and very wonderful in offering to do these audios for you guys. Today we're going to talk about why our twin is choosing to not leave their karmic partner relationship that they're in. It's really beautiful, her story. She talks a lot about fear, and at the end of the audio I will do a little wrap up for it. I also want to thank everybody for your support again, your likes, your shares, your subscribing to the channel, all the comments, everybody on Facebook also who's been really supportive and wonderful. You guys are awesome. The love is great, and it's happening. The things that we are moving toward, really finding that place of unconditional love in our lives. So with that, I am going to say thank you all and listen to this audio. I hope it really helps you guys, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.
Hi guys, it's me again here to talk to you some more about my experience as a former twin flame runner who for a very, very, very long time was forced into becoming the chaser. And in all honesty, this is something that I have just recently quit doing, like recently, like last week recently. No shame here, but that's the truth. So I want to talk to you today about what the unawakened twin flame runner is feeling, and why they aren't making the bold decisions to leave their karmic partners, even though they know what they have with their twin flame is something bigger and better. And I touched on it a little bit in my last audio about fear, and I guess I could say that's what it is. Fear in a nutshell. Fear that you're crazy, because I have to say, I have found that I think a prerequisite for being a twin flame is to think you're crazy at least one time a day. So hopefully that resonates with you. You'll know you're a twin flame if you think you're crazy. That it's too good to be true. That it's wrong in society's eyes. What will people think? Does my partner, twin flame, really feel this way? Will he abandon me? Is this real? So you get stuck in this loop of fear of what ifs. What if I do this and I fall on my face? What if I do this and he leaves me anyways? What if I do this and I ruin so many lives and it doesn't work out and he was just a karmic partner? What if? And then you get paralyzed with fear. And then you do a lot of testing, pushing, pulling in the relationship, and trying to push away to see, if that magnetic pull is truly there. And it just destroys the union. So obviously I can only speak from my own experiences. It's all I have. But for me, that's what it was. It was complete debilitating fear of the unknown and not trusting in our connection because I was unawakened. I didn't understand, and as I reflect and look back at my twin, who now is we would classify as a runner. Um, he has been quieted by the universe, but prior to this, he was a very inspiring and deep, soulful person, and I was, I didn't understand. I didn't connect with that because I had always been in very surface level relationships, and so I didn't understand what was going on. And is this real? Are people really like this? And is this going to stay like this? And so it just went on and on and on. And I would do things like when the energy and connection got too strong for us, I would pull away. And I know that my twin could feel that, and it would hurt him because we had, certain ways that we would speak to each other. We knew by the way we would text one another that the other one was in pain, and I'm sure we knew without even texting each other, we could feel each other in that way. And so he always felt me withdrawing, and I would do that when the energy got too strong and I would feel overwhelmed, like like I'm at a point where I have to make a decision and it got so overwhelming, so I would withdraw, and then I would regain my composure, and then I would come back, and it was just an endless loop of withdrawing and coming back, withdrawing and coming back, and the universe said no more. So some lessons have to be learned, and I got a big dose of lessons that I'm still trying to pick up the pieces from. So from the perspective of a former runner, I can tell you that there was always deep love and wanting, and it was just ego, fear-based reasons why I didn't jump when he was ready. So I hope that explains a little bit, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comment section, and myself or Shamama Al Hunting will respond. And if there's something specific you would like me to talk about, just leave that, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you, Sweet Tea, for your audio. It was beautiful. She discussed a lot about fear. And, for a lot of us, we don't understand, the awakened twin, the twin that was awakened first, the feminine energy. We've had a really rough road ahead of us, but what we don't understand is how difficult it is for our runner twin, for the less awakened twin. They actually took the harder path in this whole mission because we've had to do all of this healing and processing, but they are really truly fighting against the 3D, the standards, the shoulds, the coulds, the woulds, not the woods, but the woods, anyway, in conforming with society, they're the ones that are in these marriages and relationships that they feel like they're supposed to stay in. They're having a much more difficult time honoring their passions, their desires, the things that they truly want and deserve. Their self-esteem has really been hit. It's super difficult for them, guys, and you really, really need to understand that. They took a more difficult path in this journey. They took on the bigger burden, I feel like. They live in much more fear of leaving what they have, because even though it's not honoring their heart and their soul, it is comfortable, it's easy, it's what they've gotten used to. It's a lot easier for them to stay stuck sometimes than it is for the fear of the unknown and what might happen. Um, but the beautiful part of this is that from the minute we met our twins, the minute that we have been in contact with them, they have been moving toward us. We may not see it, but it's happening. They have been in the process of getting to that place of self-love, and our job for this, guys, is not to be spiteful and vengeful and be like, oh, well, you know what, you're married and you go home to your family, and so what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and I'm just going to go ahead and, go date this one and see that one and do this and that. That's not unconditional love. That's revenge. That's anger. That's resentment. Um, that's our own issue that we're feeling. We need to get to a place where we can truly help guide our twin, even just energetically, through loving and supporting and nurturing them through this pain and these difficult choices that they're making. They are being moved. Every minute they are being moved, even if we don't see it. So you guys, please just really try to stay in your heart space. I know it's hard. There's doubts, there's fears, but those are triggers for us that we need to heal. Just when you think that you've healed that abandonment issue or your self-esteem is great, you find that you fall into these patterns, and it's okay. We're human. But don't get stuck there, you guys. Really acknowledge it. Say, this is hurting me. Why is this triggering me? And work on healing that part of you. Then you can give your twin the love they need. I think that's the most important part of this, guys, is really, truly just to continue to send that love, to not be spiteful, to not get into that codependent place. It's just so difficult for them, and feeling their pain. They are going through some serious, serious pain, you guys. Just send them love. Send them love. Send them your support. This is truly, part of this mission is in our healing and helping them feel worthy and deserving of having true love. And we're deserving of having true love. And they're coming around, and I just wish you guys would just keep the faith, keep trusting. We don't see it, we may not see it, but they're working. They're working so hard, you guys. They're working as hard as we did. And it took us a really, really long time to get to the place where we are now. So you've got to be patient with them and give them the understanding and the love that we had hoped that we would have then when we were going through all of this. So with that, guys, I want to say thank you so much, beautiful souls. I'm sending all sorts of love, light, gratitude, and blessings always. I love you guys. Have a great week. Enjoy, and I'll probably see you on Friday. Mwah. Love you all. Bye-bye.